on the channel, we dive into the Vault Series 4 WWE Mattel Elite, the ringside collectible exclusives, with my set rankings from my least favorite to my favorite.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, back again with another set rankings video, and in today's video we're ranking from the Vault Series 4 Ringside Collectibles exclusive from my least favorite to my favorite. And of course, for all your From the Vault needs and a whole lot more in the wrestling world, hit up Ringside Collectibles, use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. Got to get a deal out there. And From the Vault Series 4 rolls on here and came fairly quicker than I thought. And it sounds like Series 5 might even be on the heels of these, as it feels like just a week ago we did Series 3. What? Todd McFarlane on the couch. We did do Series 3 just about a week ago, so Series 3, Series 4 right on the heels of each other. Sounds like Series 5 might be around the corner as well. So they're pumping out these from Mattel because it's about the money. They're like a young million-dollar man, Ted DiBiase. They're turning and burning, trying to make as much profit, trying to make as many sales as they can. And they know these re-releases are fire because there's a lot of new collectors. There's a lot of old collectors that missed out. A lot of people like me that are buying both. There's a lot to be said about these re-releases and the greatest hits from the Vault, some of the legends, because it is getting these figures back out to the masses and making Mattel more money instead of trying to find new looks when you got such iconic looks that were available at one time that are off the charts and no longer available at store level, ringside, Walmart, Target, wherever. It's a way to get these back out to the masses. So it's putting on the business hat, thinking about why they're doing this. Sometimes makes sense, sometimes does not make sense, and we'll talk about that in this very video. And of course, we're going to start at number 4, work our way to number 1. Number 1 being my favorite from the Vault Series 4. Of course, this is my list. Put your list in the comments down below, as I always do say. But only 4 in this series, so a very small series here, so a fairly quick video for all intents and purposes right here with this one. But a little bit of everything, something for everyone with this one. And realizing 3 of these 4 performers have passed away is a little bit morbid right here. But some all-timers, of course, all going to be Hall of Famers or future Hall of Famers in Cody's case right here. But let's dive into it. Let's start it off. How about at number 4? And number 4 was a pretty easy selection for me. I'm nothing against this figure. It just really feels like it didn't need to be a part of this one. You could say that about some of these, and we'll talk about each one individually real quick. But I'm going to go Razor Ramon at number 4, and I love Razor Ramon. I love this one in the purple, of course, the former defining moments, but we just recently got an Ultimate Edition of this exact look here, and I understand wanting to get this back out in the Elite line. I just wish with some of these from the Vault, some of these re-releases, they'd put a little bit more time in between these ones. That's just me personally, though. Maybe your mileage may vary here, but it still is a good figure. You got the updated joints, the updated articulation, the head, the belt. I mean, you get all the rigmarole that you want with this, so it is very good. It is very needed for a lot of people in their collection. However, if you bought the Ultimate Edition, I could see them saying, I already got the Ultimate version of this. I don't need the Elite version. So that's kind of how it comes up to me. I just wish there was a little bit more time in between that Ultimate one would make this one feel a little bit more special. But on the same token, we go to number 3. And number 3, I'm going to go over here to Bray Wyatt. Now, this is a little bit different, and this one feels almost the most different of the whole bunch. Of course, we've had this figure before. I believe, wasn't it a Toys R Us exclusive once upon a time? I could be wrong on that. However, the chair did not come with Bray Wyatt, so putting these together for the first time feels fresh, feels new. You get the updated articulation, head sculpt, all of that kind of stuff as well. It's just one of those figures, though, that I don't think I would throw in a From the Vault at this point. Maybe it's just me. Once again, your mileage may vary, as I always do say. It just doesn't feel quite like this one was needed. Now, I guess this one was needed a little bit more than Razor Ramon was, because there's been a heck of a lot of time in between these. But this isn't one of the most iconic Bray Wyatt figures at all. I like the one, going back to this era of Bray Wyatt, I like the one with the Hawaiian shirt. I think that would have been a cool one to do. Is what it is, though. It's a good way to get a classic Bray Wyatt back out, and the rocking chair for those that missed out on the rocking chair back in the day. And you can mix and match and use this rocking chair with others if you want to. But Bray Wyatt's going to come in at number 3, which means we're down to the final 2. 2 of my favorites, my all-time favorite, Ultimate Warrior, and then, of course, Cody Rhodes, a current favorite, good friend of the channel, Cody Rhodes, good He-Man brother out there. It's down to these 2 from the vault, and I guess we'll put them out here. I'm going to have to go, of course, Cody Rhodes at number 1, Ultimate Warrior at number 2. I am just kidding. Of course, Ultimate Warrior at number 1. What are we doing here? There was no doubt, was there? But this Cody Rhodes could have maybe got to number 1, maybe. However, it's just, we just got the defining moments with the bruise not too long ago. A lot like the Razor, we just got this recently. And strangely enough, both versions of Cody as a ringside collectible exclusive. But I like what they did here. I got to give props to the Mattel team. They did get reuse out of the Ultimate jacket. They put this with this Elite Cody Rhodes to make it feel at least a little bit different. However, just not a ton of meat on the bone for this one. For me, I'm going to keep this one clasped up in his jacket. It makes it feel different from the last one. The last one got the cowbell as well, so some different accessories between the two, but doesn't feel quite as special. If you would have released this 2-3 years down the line, maybe, it'd be like, holy cow, we're getting that one back again. I missed that back in the day. I think it would have been more breathtaking than it is. However, it is still an amazing figure. It is still definitely a moment in time. It is truly a defining moment of Cody. A lot of people don't remember the match, but they remember him revealing his bruise with the jacket for sure. So a good figure, just once again falling into the trap of not enough time has passed between the two for me personally. But then, of course, Ultimate Warrior at number 1, nostalgia all-time high, my defining wrestling moment as a kid, just absolutely loving that. I told you, I told you, I told you was the rally cry I went to school with on that Monday when I went back to school. Everybody said Hulkster was going to do it. I was the only one saying Team Warrior all day, it's Warriors time. And I was exactly right, and I'm still right to this day. And that's where my life really hit its zenith, I would say. Maybe not. Maybe it did. Who knows? But a beautiful, beautiful one, especially on card. I love that we got the unpainted face for this one here. Truly Warrior after the match. And now, once again, we did get the Ultimate Fan Takeover version of this as well. However, there's a lot of meat on the bone here. You don't got the paint on the chest. You got different heads, different hands. You got a lot of differences between those two. And you can even move those heads back and forth between the two if you really want to get down to it. And I love that this is actually Warrior after the match. So you can have Warrior before with just the Intercontinental title, all the face paint going, and then we get this one here with all the face paint washed off. We'd love to see maybe one in between and maybe in the future too. Or I guess we got that. Or we got that from Jakks back in the day, didn't we? Part of that 2-pack with Hulk. I guess we didn't get an in-between, so I would love to see a little in-between one as well, where the chest is a little worn off, face a little bit worn off, hanging off his nose. That would be pretty cool if they do revisit this one again. But I guess I can speak for most wrestling figure collectors and Warrior fans. We're pretty good on WrestleMania 6 Ultimate Warriors. I think this is a good way to stop for the meantime. Maybe 5 years from now we can revisit. But let's get Ultimate Warrior with the hat on. Let's get an homage, oh, don't start, Todd McFarlane, to the old Hasbro days with that outfit and the green one. I would love to see something like that for the Ultimate Warrior in the future. I guess we'll stay tuned to see what happens. But From the Vault Series 4 is here. For a long-time collector, maybe middle of the road, but for new collectors, people that missed out on these, that really wanted these, could be the greatest set of the year for you. Just depends where you do sit. As you guys know, I sit right here at this review table. So there it is, Ultimate Warrior, Cody Rhodes, Bray Wyatt, Razor Ramon, From the Vault Series 4, ringside collectible exclusive set rankings. Let me know your rankings in the comments down below. Be interested to hear how you rank them. Sure, it's different than mine, so check it out. Put it down in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day. Check out my Patreon channel for early access to all the videos here on this YouTube channel. Plenty of content to keep you busy, that is for sure. Of course, don't forget ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson, SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, and now on TikTok. So for From the Vault Series 4, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.